welcome to Season 2 of Launch. New venue, new logo, some new sponsors, and a new theme song that's playing in the background right now. I'm Christina Dottin, and with me is Sharifa Medford and Alvin Toppin. Launch is all about exposing the Barbados entertainment industry to the world. And right now, we're coming to you live from Lucky Horseshoe Saloon, Bar and Restaurant at the Bagatelle Great House in Barbados.
This is our new venue, folks. Compliments one of our main sponsors. Here at the Lucky Horseshoe and the Bagatelle Great House, there's a bar, a restaurant, a games room, beautiful Barbadian architecture, and picturesque gardens. Along with this is ample, safe and secure parking, so it's the perfect venue for you to host any event, from that small, intimate event to that big corporate event. This is Bagatelle Great House, and this is our base for Launch Season 2.
It's true, Alvin. And we have some new sponsors on board for Season 2 of Launch.
Lucky Horseshoe, Barbados Community College, Signia Financial Group, Events Outlet and Renaissance Designs Inc., CBC TV8, Carb Vision, OSI Computers, Video Solutions, Exquisite Rentals, G-Base Audio, Butts Latouche, and Face It Makeup Artistry.
Now, to produce a show such as Launch, we need the support of great sponsors. And as we begin Season 2, we want to say a special thank you to the staff and management of Tiami Bar and Restaurant who were with us throughout Season 1. We want to big up Misa, Mike the bartender, Annette, Andrew, and all the staff at Tiami Bar and Restaurant. We want to say an extra special thank you to Misa, who saw the potential of the show and worked diligently with us throughout to make sure that Season 1 of Launch was a success.
And you know how we do it, folks. We keep it fresh, 246 to the world. We have some amazing performances for you guys tonight. Cheyenne, followed by Pandemic HD and Jamar. They're known as the Noise Boys. Then Lee Allen and Sunrock.
That's right, Christina, but before we get to those interviews, let's take a look back at some interesting moments, comments, and clips from Season 1.
Never introduced me as the former international groovy soca monarch. I am the 2007 international groovy soca monarch from Barbados.
246 to the world!
Girl, you like my coffee in the morning. Girl, you like carnival on a sunny day. What I really trying to say to you is you're so special. So let me get whining right away.
I have had several conversations with Bag, and he said to me, Ian, do not get boxed into social commentary. Try to expand your horizons. Try to build your brand. Get involved in the party arena. Do different things. Because you're well, gifted. That's what he said. He said you are gifted.
When you say sex sells, that is dependent on what the artist, how far they want to go and take their image and how far they want to push the button. I personally ain't gonna wear like these skimpiest. I've worn like, yeah, short shorts and stuff, but I still have in the back of my mind that I can see a shoe coming through the crowd if I wear certain things for my mother. So I keep it together, but I just generally, at the end of the day, like I said, it's expression of yourself. You wear what's comfortable for you and what represents you.
Stand on the side and criticize, trying to hold me down. I think it's time you realize they could never wear me wrong.
Rain or sunshine, we fit in again. New year, new season, the feeling's the same.
Hey, bubble and a bubble and a bubble up. Bubble and a bubble and a bubble up. Yeah, bubble and a bubble and a bubble up. Take time for the baseline, work it up.
In the jungle, the house of rumble, the soca jungle. There is a tribe they call woman, tribe they call woman, tribe they call woman. That is a vicious tribe, you know.
It's my life support when I on the go and I jamming someday. How I getting on and holding back nothing. It's my life support.
Can I give a big thank you
Yes,
to
you
Launch?
can. Yes, you
I
can.
wish y'all the best success ever.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. You're here for the artists, so I'm happy. This an enmity with your hidden identity. You drop a bomb on me. Now I gotta dance with the enemy.
Music to change your life, yeah. Music to free your so can't do it nothing when it homegrown. Proud and strong when it homegrown. To the top when it homegrown. International homegrown. When people hear buy local or support local, we think inferior or lesser than. So like you would say Sluggy, he's a local artist. Jay-Z is an international artist. And people will take that the wrong way. You just mean Jay-Z from America or from Barbados. But people can think that to mean international means greater. Hey!
Close your eyes and count to 10, and I'll tell you why.
How did you get the name Hug It?
We had a band called Communique, actually. Communique College band, right? Communique. And we were rehearsing this particular tune. And the keyboard player was a little, how should I say? A little not knowing what to do in this part, right? So at rehearsals, he was kind of funny at rehearsals, and on the gig the night, I looked across at him, and he looked like, oh my God, I can't make this. And I played it. I played the line. Back then I used to learn everything. The guitar lines, the keyboard lines, the drum lines, the bass lines, I used to learn everything. So I knew what it was supposed to be, and I did it. And the man called me Hug It because you imagine that? I hate him.
Girl, you look sweet like sugar. What you put in that waistline? Only raising my pressure. Seeing that sugar wine. Your sweetness only calling me. Only calling me.
My long-term goals, every year I can bring music. I can bring consistently good music for my fans, old and new. You can definitely look forward to that.
Yeah. Why give you my heart? Don't want it back. Don't always agree, but I'm sure you won't leave it broken or cracked.
Our first guest on tonight's show is a young lady with tremendous vocal ability. Some even say her style of singing reminds them of jazz legend Etta James, but she still adds her own style to it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to launch, Sheann. Hey Sheann, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good, how are you?
I am fantastic. So first things first, we always like to ask this because we know it's a tedious task to come up with a name. How did you come up with your name, Sheann?
Well, it's pretty easy for me. My parents did all the hard work when I was a baby. It's actually a combination of their names, the Cheese from Archie and the Ants from Shan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So singing, was this your first love or you had something first and then eased on over to it?
You know what's crazy? Well, it's not crazy because probably every singer ever says this. Literally, I can't remember a time when I wasn't singing. So it's just literally always been something. It's always been a way that I can breathe, Mm-hmm. And going into it professionally, that actually came about because of a time period in my life where I was finding it difficult to actually just find the time to just breathe and have that woosah moment that we all really need. And yeah, so I guess I can kind of say that, music really is the it for me. It is my passion, so.
And right now you're performing different places and stuff like that. So being that it's your passion,
mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that when you're performing, you're getting paid and stuff. So to do something as just a passion,
yeah.
and then it turns into something you can actually make money from, how does that feel?
Insane. No, really, I kid you not, this is how I got my first job. So my friend comes up to me, this is back when I was studying at UE, and he comes up to me, he's like, yo, so I want you to come and sing at this trade show, and we'll pay you. I'm like, you can get paid for this? No, literally did like, I was like, you can get paid for this? He was like, yeah, of course, totally. But don't ever tell anyone that ever again. Like, you're supposed to be paid. And like literally that was the first job I've ever been paid for my whole life. I've been singing at weddings, I did pageants, did shows, and that was the first time somebody actually came to me and said, you could totally get, and I was like, no way.
What would you say was your biggest performance thus far?
Oh my gosh, that's really hard. Can I like break it down to vibes?
Go for it.
Yeah, when it comes to intimate shows, I got to open for Chrisette Michelle in Bump and Wine here in Barbados. There was like a charity show, and they brought in Chrisette Michelle, and we actually got to interact with her before and everything. So like coming up to the night, you're like extra nervous now because she wasn't talking to you the whole week.
And this is Chrisette Michelle.
Right? Oh my God.
God.
And so like performing in a venue where it's that small and everyone's like literally like, this is the stage and these are the people. And she's sitting right there in the VIP and you're like, that was a pretty cool experience because you kind of get to connect with everyone. You actually get to look people in the eyes and you actually get to like really, really just connect that you know, that thing. Large stage wise, I got to open for Jack Hure in St. Martin. Insane experience. Like, no, that would have been the larger stage now. So then you have like a bigger gap between you and the audience, but still being able to manage to make that connection anyway. Like we had the crowd waving their hands and stuff, and it was amazing. So those two performances, like big and small stage, would have been two of my favorites.
And you also have another thing in common with Jack Hure and Chrisette Michelle. You are also a songwriter.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So tell us a bit about that. How do you manage? Because some people say, you know, writing for myself is more difficult and stuff like that. So how is it for you?
Actually, I feel like writing is supposed to come down to you being able to tell a story. That's basically what it comes down to. And I've been fortunate enough to grow up in a household with storytellers. Nobody don't tell a story like my dad. Like, he will have you laughing before before you get half into the story. He'd be like, I can tell you something, and you're already laughing. So, telling stories is something I always grew up doing. So applying it to songwriting, no. I would have had experience beforehand with poetry, and obviously studying lit helps too, because then you're exposed to even more forms and ways of writing. So approaching songwriting from that direction, it's been interesting because I wouldn't call myself a songwriter. Like I wouldn't say that I'm there yet because I've worked with really amazing songwriters, but it's a journey that I'm beginning to step into. So it's interesting. To answer your question, it's interesting.
And the song you're going to perform for us tonight, tell us a bit about that.
It's a co-write actually with C2W Music's Candy Gloucester. She's a young lady from St. Vincent. Big up my other half. And the producer was Colin Bobby York. Bobby's actually bringing out an album which the song is going to be on May 13th. So everyone who's been asking me about where you can get the song, give it a minute. Epic and Ting is coming out on May 13th, and it's going to be featuring artists like Busy Signal, Barris Hammond, Bounty Killer, and oh my gosh, I forgot one of them, but it's going to be a great album, and I'll be on there too, so it's going to be fun to even get a chance to hear this stuff.
Doing it, I'm saying, like Chrisette Michelle, Jack Hure, I know you answered Bounty Killer and more. You are doing it. So, anything you want to tell to the viewers right now before you perform? All eyes on you.
Stay tuned, right? Like, stay tuned. Like, some really interesting stuff is going to happen. So, stay tuned and always support Bajan talent. Like, the hardest thing, and you probably hear it a lot, is to be a Barbadian and do a show here and not get a good response because people won't give it a chance because they've never heard you before. I would say every time you see a little show coming up somewhere, just pop in, just give it a shot because you might find something that you really love and you really support, and then you won't be surprised when somebody gets signed and they make it big somewhere and, you know, they pop up on your TV screen. You won't be like, oh, who's that? Because I know that was a lot of the response when Rihanna came out, right?
That is true. That is
yeah,
true.
Like, who's this girl? It's because you didn't go to shows, guys. But yeah, like, just support local, support local.
A beautiful girl with a beautiful spirit, and I'm sure she has a beautiful talent. Welcome Shian to the stage.
Yeah. I just wish that you would hold me tight and don't let go. Kiss me, squeeze me, show me all the things you like to do. Said I don't care what people say. I love you anyway. I'm never okay if you're not here with me. 'Cause I want you, you know I want you. Said I'm losing it. Me, I come out of the town. I said I'm losing it. You got me tripping over you. I said I'm losing it. Me, I come out of the town. Yeah, hey, I'm losing it. You got me tripping over you. Tell me, baby, is it crazy? I get lonely when you're gone. Used to be so self-sufficient, never needed anyone. Now I'm losing focus. Must be stupid for you. Boy, I can't live without you. Need you here with me. 'Cause I want you. You know I want you. Said I'm losing it. Me, I come out of the town. I said I'm losing it. You got me tripping over you. I said I'm losing it. Me, I come out of the town. Yeah, hey, I'm losing it. You got me tripping over you. You got me tripping, yeah. I can go a day without you loving, yeah. I love the way that you love me, baby. The way that you love me, baby. You got me tripping, yeah. I can go a day without you loving, yeah. I love the way that you love me, baby. The way that you love me, baby. 'Cause I want you. You know I want you.
Wow, that was an amazing performance. Our entertainment industry is definitely in good hands. Still to come, Noise Boys, Lee Allen, and Sun Rock. Stay tuned.
Video Solutions Inc. Quality uncompromised. Our services include TV rentals from 42-inch to 60-inch, rental of presidential teleprompter with requisite training, closed-circuit television with video and audio for overspill at events such as weddings, funerals, and conferences. On the corporate side, we offer TV ad production and the recording of corporate events such as award ceremonies. Video Solutions Inc. Quality uncompromised.
Planning an event, and of course you want it to be a huge success? Then call Exquisite Event Rentals and Freighting, 429-9943, 823-4409, or 233-5456 for your choice of clean quality tents, folding chairs, trestle tables, round tables, and cocktail tables. Also accessories and freighting services. Exquisite Event Rentals and Freighting. Call Monday to Friday 8 to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays 8 to 2 p.m.
We want to say a special good night to our viewers in the Caribbean community and North America, especially Bajans in New York and Boston. You've been with us throughout season 1, and I am sure that you'll be with us throughout season 2. You have been a great support, sending your messages on Facebook and by email. Thank you very much. Now, we have with us tonight some young guys who are producers of a new company called Noise Boys. Guys, good night.
Good night, nice to be here.
I want you to introduce yourselves because I'm not going to remember all of these names.
All right, from right to left, Pandemic.
Jerry Moore. Everson. And Noise Inc.
Noisy. Noise Inc. So I'm going to start with you, Noise Inc., because your name is synonymous with the name of the company. So what's your role in the company?
Basically, my role in the company is experience, in that I have been dealing with music for, I would say, over 30 years, in that I used to DJ and used to also do some producing with some other people before. So I come with some experience and knowing one or two little things to help the group along.
So was it you that roped in these guys to join this company with you, this production company with you?
I would say that we were just friends and we used to watch each other, help each other. Then eventually we decided, you know what, let us get together. And instead of just helping each other with a song here and there, let us just form a group and just start our own production.
Okay.
Everything.
Everything. Yes. What's your role in Noise Boys?
Basically, I am admin. I deal with the business side of things to a certain extent. But basically, we all play a role in every aspect of the business. So each member is fundamental.
Well, now after hearing you guys answer those first two questions, I am wondering, why is the company called Noise Boys? Because you don't even seem like the noisy hype type.
Well,
Or is it just for TV?
It is for TV because, I mean, some of the studio sessions and some of the meetings, obviously, we are 4 big men. Don't mind that, these 2 small, but they're still big, you know, egos and whatnot. So, you know, it all comes together and we all pitch in. So sometimes we clash at certain standpoints with different views or on how we should move forward. But at the end of the day, we still maintain as friends and as professionals. And because all 4 of us, we love music. We love music. It's a passion. It's a passion. It's right down to the bone, to the core. It's passion. I can do all music for a day. If I leave home and forget my headphones, I'm miserable. I'm miserable. Exactly.
So why choose to do it as a group? I mean, like, if each of you have the skill set, why not do your individual thing, run with that niche market, make the money on your own? Why you decide to do it all 4 of you?
It is better, it's strength in numbers, not cutting him off. It's strength in numbers, basically. Because, basically, each one of us picks up the slack for each other. So it's not a case of, some days, it might be a case of where he can't be at the studio or Donovan can't be at the studio, so it's a more group shared responsibility. It puts at ease at everyone, right? And I find it easier to produce and more ideas, more vision. It's not a one-sided something.
Okay, tell me about your background in producing that would have enabled you to actually start this company.
Well, when it comes to me, basically, I started music, in my teens. So, growing up, I was more in and out of studio sessions, getting to know, getting assistance from different producers as time went on. I was privileged to work at Caribbean Records at one stage in time, working underneath Terry Denny, and I got help, assistance from names like Anthony Lohar, names like Glenn Benjamin. They're names that I could call, go on and on and on. And as I said, I've been privileged basically to know these guys, and these guys give me input into how to produce music and craft my art to how it is.
Okay, well, while we're on the topic of names, tell me some of the names that are actually working with you guys right now.
Oh boy. All right, from the top of my head, we could start with, we work with Asman. We also work with your co-host, Chrissy.
Olivia, yeah.
Chrissy D. We also worked with Lady Essence. We've worked with Peter Ram already on a collaboration. We worked with Blood. We did a road mix for him last year. That's basically some of the names.
We even worked with Pong himself.
Right. We also worked with some new upcoming artists. Name mentioned like Benjamin's, GQ, Frost, Adrenaline. These are some of the names that y'all could probably look out for.
Mafia,
Squinty Mafia. Yeah. So we work with a lot of younger talent, because we are still a junior company, so we like to bring along, we like to build from the ground up, and we have worked with some of the experienced.
So this is a full-time thing, or do you also have a main job?
Well, it's kind of into part-time, right now at this junior stage of the company.
Yeah.
So we're just working to build it up to get it on its legs. Then, for sure, we're going full blown.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the challenges that you would have, that Noise Inc., that you would have encountered in setting this up and making this a success.
Well, the hardest challenge, one of them, as I said, what I was saying is to get some of the older and more mature artists to come with us, as they do not know us. So we have to prove a point to them, let them know exactly what we can do, what we cannot do. Another challenge also too was equipment-wise and making sure too we had equipment-wise up to standard, that when we do put in a product, it's up to quality where that it will not be a problem for anyone listening to say, well, you know, well, this sounds noisy or anything. So the whole, that to me was the main things really that we had to deal with first.
Okay, so you're here now, and the Caribbean is watching, Canada is watching, UK is watching, Barbados is watching. What is Noise Boys going to bring to the table? Because we have a lot of production companies around the place who also do good work, but I want to know what would you guys bring to the table that would make artists want to go with you?
First thing, I think our rhythms, our beats, I think is different, and to me a little better than some people's own. I mean, everyone has good beats. It's just I just think that our one has a. Come on, I just think that our one has a little thing that we be able to get away with. That makes a difference to what everybody else is doing. Not only that, I think to our repertoire and how we treat the artists. We have a good arrangements and stuff, and they seem to like the vibe and that kind of thing when they work with us so far. We're just hoping that everything just continues in that way, rather than everything just as time goes on, just get more and more things happening.
My final question, pandemic, you were here last year, tall guy towering over me singing. I want to know what we will expect to see from Noise Boys for 2016.
Well, I can't really divulge too much, but we got a whole set of stuff. Right now, I actually kind of staying by in the background a little bit this year. I actually doing a lot of writing, writing for a good set of artists. I ain't calling names, but I'm doing a lot of penning for writing. Right now, basically this year, we're focusing a lot on our branding, our product, as you see from the shirts and stuff on our attire. So we're really trying to expand the company. So we're not just going as a one-shot, you know, just make a beat, put it out there and get big, you understand? We're not only looking at the Barbadian market, we're looking to go beyond the Barbadian market with our music. So basically, yeah, we are producing for Corporal, but there are a lot of different stuff that we are actually, other genres that we are actually infusing and putting together. So for Noise Boys, you can look out, you can see the name a lot because, yeah, you can see our name a lot this year.
Well, we wish you guys the best for 2016 and beyond.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, guys. After we pause for a commercial cause, we have Lee Allen and Sun Rock. Stay with us. Welcome back to launch Season 2 from our new venue, Lucky Horseshoe and Bagatelle Great House, right here in beautiful Barbados. We have another artiste to launch. Now, this guy is relatively new to the scene. He's young, but he's already put out 2 singles. Let's welcome Lee Allen.
Hey.
Hi, Lee. Welcome to Launch.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. This is what we do. Tell us, when did this singing bug, when did you realize that this was what you wanted to do, to sing professionally?
All right, well, it's an interesting story, right? Because when I first started singing professionally in 2010, it was not originally something that I really wanted to do. I was like, no, I'm not about this public thing. That's not for me.
Yeah, because you seem like
Yeah.
kind of a shy guy, like watching you Offset.
Yeah,
you know?
well, Offset. So, yeah, so I started singing professionally in 2010. It was really just like a shot in the dark. But I started it, caught that bug, as you said, and since then, it's something that I love to do.
And are you enjoying the journey so far?
You know, it's been a great journey.
All right.
And it's going to be a great journey. It will always be a great journey.
Okay. Now, there are several elements in your music. How would you describe your music?
I like that question. I describe my music as fusion because if you look at my first single, I assure you, that's different fusions. It's like a reggae fusion. You get different styles of music in there. And then you look at my second single, Revelation, and you would think predominantly R&B, but there's so much different styles in there as well. So that's why I identify my music as fusion.
As fusion, so it's not like straight reggae or straight R&B or straight
There's
pop.
always an influence in
It's
there.
always an influence in
Yeah.
there. So tell us about some of the artists that would have influenced you to get into music and to write your style of music.
Well, when I first started out, I was a real go-to John Legend kind of fan, you know. I had that John Legend kind of vibe going on. But then I started to come into my own, you know. I started to find my own style. But I was influenced by persons like John Legend and Justin Timberlake, those kind of people influenced my style a bit.
Well, I mean, like those are neoclassical style singers, so they are definitely great influences. Now, there's often a debate between being an artist who is a singer and an artist who has total creative control of his music, from writing to producing to publishing. Which category are you?
I'm not just the singer. I write my own music. My 2 singles that I have out, those are both self-pen, and what I like about my music when I self-pen is coming from an emotional place. You're not gonna listen to I Assure You, and you're not gonna listen to Revelation and not emote towards what the songs are speaking about.
Right. So tell us a little bit about the creative process. Where does it start? Where does it end? And everything in between.
I really like my process. I call it, it's extremely unique because when I write, everything comes at me all in one go. So for I Assure You, I'm singing in the shower. I assure you, I am the one who can show. Started coming, but originally in my head, I was like, I wanted this to be an R&B. But when I started singing, it just came out, this melody, this reggae influence, this fusion influence song just started coming out. What I have to do is get out the shower, record what I just sang, and then write it later. So that's my process. But with Revelation too, Revelation, it wasn't so much a shower song as it was, I was going through a pretty difficult time, and that's what I do with my music as well. I use it to get through things. So I wrote Revelation as a means to an end kind of sorts, you know? So that's my creative process.
All right. So as a young artist in the game, I know sometimes it's very difficult to be an artist alone. But being an artist in Barbados seems to be extra hard. Tell us some of the challenges. What are some of your short and long-term goals for the future?
Okay, so a lot of Barbadian artists could identify with the challenge that we have here. You have to get off the rock. And that's where you see, getting off the rock. That's why a lot of our music is internationally influenced. Now in this world, we're trying to get Caribbean style out there. So it's like, my songs are international songs, but you still feel the influence behind there. So that is a difficulty, getting off the rock. but also it's little tiny difficulties like, you know, when you're starting out, getting on the airways, getting on the radio, getting recognition, getting out there, who is Lee Allen, you know, so that's kind of the process that you have to go through as an artist here in Barbados.
And you did say that your music has an international sound, both in terms of the sound and the language. Is that deliberate?
Well, I can say honestly, no, it wasn't deliberate, but I guess that's just the way that my writing
That's your
style,
vehicle to
yeah,
get
it
off the
comes
rock.
out. You know, I guess probably subconsciously in my head, I'm thinking off the rock, so it comes out as an international thing. But I think it's just really personal style as well.
Lee, you're a young man, and clearly you would have grown up in the social media era. How important is social media for you as a young artist and for today's artists in general?
Well, for me as a young artist and today's artist, social media is very, very important. I would say extremely important, because that's your main connection to your fan base. That's where you build your fan base through your social media. And I think that is an extremely important thing to have.
So where can we find Lee Allen
on
social media?
I am on a lot of platforms. You can get me at Lee Allen 246 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at Lee Allen Music on SoundCloud, at Reverb Nation at Lee Allen 3. You can also check out my new website, www.leeallenofficial.com. Subscribe, the website is coming soon, and you'll never miss a Lee Allen update.
Well, thank you so much, Lee.
Thank you.
Here to perform his first single, I Assure You, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Allen.
I'm about to share a little story with y'all. This is called I Assure You. I bet you feel sorry now, girl. I'm not who you thought you could have. I wasn't the attainable target, but I'm betting now you wish you had. You gotten to realize just how good I can be. And now you're feeling sorry, girl, 'cause good is what you need. Ha. You can't take a rude boy home to mama. Them rude boys, them only gonna cause you drama. You need a good man who can do you no harm. And I assure you that I am the one who can show you. I treat you the way I'm supposed to. Baby, I could show you real love. And I assure you that anything you want I could give you. 'Cause baby girl, you give me a reason to show you how this good man can love. Ha. You keep on looking with them sad eyes, thinking I'ma take you on a fantasy ride, while you're still holding the arm of another guy. But I'ma keep it real, I don't play no games. If you think I'm frontin', then girl, it's a shame. 'Cause I exuberate class, I ain't just no lame, yeah. And I bet you feel sorry now, girl. I'm not who you thought you could have. I wasn't the attainable target, but I'm betting now you wish you had. You gotten to realize just how good I can be. And now you're feeling sorry, girl, 'cause good is what you need. You can't take a rude boy home to mama. Them rude boys, them only gonna cause you drama. You need a good man who can do you no harm. And I assure you that I am the one who can show you. I treat you the way I'm supposed to. Baby, I could show you the love. And I assure you that anything you want I could give you. 'Cause baby girl, you give me a reason to show you how this good man can love. And it's a little late for you now, girl. You realize your man is a fool. I'm feeling kinda sorry for you, girl. But that's why I bet you feel sorry now. I'm not who you thought you could have. I wasn't the attainable target, but I'm betting now you wish you had. You gotten to realize just how good I can be.
And now you're feeling sorry, girl, 'cause good is what you need. I bet you feel sorry now, girl. I'm not who you thought you could help. I wasn't the attainable target, but I'm betting now you wish you had. You got to realize just how good I can be. And now you're feeling sorry, girl, 'cause good is what you need. And now you're feeling sorry, girl, 'cause good is what you need. And now you're feeling sorry, girl, 'cause good is what you need. And now you're feeling sorry, girl, 'cause good is what you need, yeah. Yeah. Oh, baby, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lee. And we look forward to seeing more great work by you in 2016 and beyond. We'll be right back with Sun Rock.
For the latest in Caribbean culture, news, sports, and entertainment, tune in to CaribVision. We keep you up to date on developments in your region. CaribVision, we broadcast across the Caribbean in the New York tri-state area, Canada, and Europe. CaribVision, the eyes and ears of the Caribbean.
Shipping from the United States, Overseas Shipping and Shopping, located in Miami, Florida, is the company for you. For all your purchasing needs, we will shop, pack, and ship to anywhere in the Caribbean. In small cartons, e-containers, D-containers, or barrels. We are a licensed freight forwarder. Trust us with all your shipping needs. Email us at shipandshop@aol.com or call us at 305-542-2310. Overseas Shipping and Shopping, the shipping company that you can trust. Our final performer for the night, a multi-talented artist by the name of Sun Rock. Welcome to Launch, Sun Rock.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, so I know your name is Justin Taylor. However, people call you Sun Rock. Why? I mean, that's an interesting. Why?
That was named after a water fountain.
After a water fountain?
Yes.
So you just started water fountain and it's like, I'm just name myself after water
No,
fountain?
it's actually one of the very good stories. The long and short of it was myself and Hal Linton, who subsequently got signed to Motown. We were at school, we used to do BCC, we were at BCC together, we used to do art. And we used to freestyle, we used to freestyle every day. And there's this thing in freestyle called word training where you will get a word from a friend, and when you get the word, you have to start rapping, and when you start rapping, you have to put it into a punchline at the same time. But as the freestyle goes on, the words get more difficult. And I was just slaughtering words that day, and I remember Hal not being able to like call words anymore. He was just pointing at things like, ugh. And you do that, and then he pointed at the water fountain, and the last lyric that he said was, and I flow from the tippity top, similar to water fountains manufactured by companies like Sun Rock. And that's how I get my name.
Voila.
Yeah.
So people know you mainly for freestyling, and
Yeah.
you're also a comedian sometimes.
Because
I know recently you just won a,
yeah, the amateur comedian stand-up comedy thing at Urban Fest. Yeah, that was kind of cool with Beijing to the Boom. It was real nice. It was real nice. It was real funny. I had a lot of fun.
So you're gonna do a bit of freestyling for us tonight?
I guess so. Yeah.
So where do you see yourself in the next few years? Do you see yourself doing rap music? What's your
I see
plan?
myself slightly older in the next few years. It's hard because I do Hilton open mic. At Hilton open mic, it's kind of like this cahabla pot of different music genres. So sometimes I see rockers come up, men like Stephen Tierhead Johnson, or R&B singers like Jody Smith or Chian. You know what I mean? I really like it, so I don't think I could just be doing rap. I like reggae, I like rock, I like hip hop. You know, I like that electric dance thing that's going on. I like that real stuff. For me is wherever music takes me really. But the next few years, I really do plan to be, you know, releasing my album, trying to do some music festivals, trying to hold my own shows as well. So, yeah, in the next few years, I plan to take over.
All right, so I'm gonna let you freestyle for us. I know, for instance, when it comes to freestyle, people just give you words and you just go on the spot. That is how you know for a fact somebody's freestyling. Because sometimes guys come and raps and pretend to freestyle.
Well, freestyle is really any rap you've not really heard before. The reason that off the head stuff really started happening is because earlier in rap, the MCs from Oakland started to fiddle around with doing stuff on the fly. Like New York was where you would sit down and you would write a rhyme, what they would call non-conceptually, where you would just start writing and words would flow and things would rhyme. But there's a written, once it doesn't appear on your album, then it's a freestyle because no one's ever heard it before. These are your lyrics. You understand me? So that's it. But Oakland now, they started to really want to be as raw creatively as possible. So they started the off the head tip. And coming off the head is something in hip hop that is more respected by the underground but more shunned upon by the mainstream media. It's kind of funny. So that's what freestyling is. So, but because we're Caribbean people, soca having the history of extempo, which is freestyling in soca, but to a very structured bar system. That we would see Gabby do sometimes, but men like Pretender, Sugar Aloes, you know, even Kitchener, Sparrow a little bit. These men did extempo and this helped with their writing because you are coming very raw, you're doing it very, very organically. So that is how really the freestyling is. I like off the head because when I write I feel constricted, so I don't necessarily write. I do write if I have good ideas, but I love the off the head stuff. It's amazing. It really shows if you have skill or not.
All right, so I am looking forward, and I guess the rest of the world right now is looking forward to see you show us the real definition of freestyle.
Hello, world.
All right.
Real definition of freestyle?
Yep, your definition.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sun Ra is going to perform for us. This is a man that is known as one of the top freestylists all over Barbados. So here he is, Sun Ra.
Every time this Korean man is just blow my mind with his jazzy stuff. I feel like I gotta put my shades on this end like this. Excuse me. Give me a second. Yo, since young, my mama said, you know you gifted. I was spitting these lines because you know I'm lifted. I keep it tight, understand how I be, yo. Got girls walking like C-3PO. Yo, I'm a griot. Spit it how they see, though. Knobs like the chosen one. I feel like Neo. Lean back, bullet time, everything stop. Put my hand out, understand everything drop. Yep, hip-hop is where I come from. What I do makes me a conundrum. When I spit lines, understand this rhyme and everything out of my mouth keeps a flow at the same time. The same rhyme, spitting that same line, but strumming. Sometimes they would say Sun Rock is dropping you. Sun Rock bringing these top rhymes and lyrics. Ha, I guess you feel it inside your abdominals. Soul music, but more music, honey, that's the same. Sun Rock at last like Etta James. Sun Rock spit it hot, you don't know the name. They was Marvin Gaye asking what's happening. I was only telling you the truth. Bringing you them rhymes inside of the boot. Then they say they wanna get mad with you. They wanna swing 1-2, I'm Floyd just to you. I mean I'm Mayweather but made better but still cool. Sun Rock got tight rhymes, I'm still do. MCs they come through, they want to, then they realize it's uppercuts and 1-2s. I don't take jabs, I only just straight right. Only spit tight lyrics in the late night. Only hold this mic when they say right. I have to look around, cause mostly I'm beside myself. I'm never alone, so understand Sun Rock is spitting now. Every time they ask about me, I'm schizophrenic, too much personality to just come around. I'm quite different, I'm more amazing. I'm like Spider-Man / Darth Vader. I'm like Superman, but like Almeida. The way I eat me's over and that's me, but I'm sorry if I ever stutter on rights. It's cause I got too much ideas. I understand I'm stuttering like I beat these MCs and muttering mics, and now they coming through action rock. If you came to butter a mic, nah, this with my bread is. this. Understand it, said it. This is tight rhymes, it's the game, don't forget it. They was telling me lyrics and how I'm drowning. Got these MCs like the feet of the 5,000. They starving, but I was only having fish cutters to feed them. I was only telling you I'm the best, I believe them. I'm legendary fish cakes. If I am a fish cake, you would say that, but I just say I gotta beat them. Now they asking about flow. These MCs more like entrees, so you done know I gotta eat them. They ain't know about rhymes, lyrics, and 1-2s. They ain't know about flow, just how I done you. And now I know that all the war like I was Sun Tzu. Now they clearing their path when I come through. They was asking, Sun Rock, is you cool? Dog, is you this tight? Dog, is you for real, dude? I was only telling you what I needed. Sun Rock, spit it through, you know how I be this. I never tried, cause I only succeeded. Almost like you never seen me need this. Look, even if I take rhymes and repeat, I leave a MC lying at the feet. Defeat is understand true. I birth rhymes inside of my mind like, dude. I was Sun Rock there. That was kind of good freestyling there. Feel good, feel good. Thank you all. Thank my adoring fans. Thank you, Music Land. Thank you all the MCs who died at my hand. Big ups to you. Your deaths make me greater. Thank you. Yep.
Our principal aim on launch is to promote the Barbados entertainment industry internationally. We're not only viewed in Barbados, but throughout the Caribbean, North America, the United Kingdom, and you can log on to our website, www.bajantings.com. That's BAJANTINGS.com, where episodes from both seasons can be seen. We want the Barbados music industry to have a prominent place in the international arena, so we push quality talent from Barbados. 246 to the world.
Well said, Alvin. But before we go, we would like to thank you, our viewers, and our sponsors, especially Events Outlets and Renaissance Designs for this amazing set.
On behalf of Alvin, Christina, the amazing crew here at Launch, goodbye, and we'll see you again next week.